Welcome to Pedals and Pathways. My name is Steve, and I'm going to do a long-term review on the Garmin Bike Radar, which I've been using for several years. I started with the 313 model, which is the radar only, and then upgraded to the 515 a while ago, which adds a really good rear light and longer battery life. And I'm glad I did upgrade, but they both work really well. So I'd like to give you a bit of an overview of how I connect the radar in 3 different ways to increase my bike safety. We'll take you outside to take a look at how that works and then give you my conclusions. What about the original configuration with just your GPS, your Garmin Wahoo, and the radar? Works perfect. The only reason I got away from that is I wanted to start using headphones. And again, in some cases, when I had it mounted here on this Garmin unit with the light, I couldn't get an audible sound, so I got quite frustrated. That's why it's mounted actually on the stem. So that works really well. I'm sure that's the way Garmin would recommend you use it. Wrist-based radar. I've only used it twice now. I actually like it. So what are the pros of having a wrist-based notification? So for me, it's actually just a little buzz you get, which then will notify you to go to your mirror, which I do. If you have your Garmin set up, you can also take a look at that and use them in conjunction. I've also got my headphones on, so if you have your smartphone set up with the very app, you can do that too. So, and sometimes I don't want to use my head unit, but honestly, I just want to go simple. If it's a short ride or whatever, not use the head unit. What about the Very app as a standalone? I can see if you used it as your head unit for navigation, tracking your rides or whatever, that would also be a nice add-on to have, because you could then see the notifications on the phone as well. I never did that because I always had a good bike computer, and I didn't see the point of wasting battery and data using my phone in my particular case. But I do use it when I'm using my headphones. I'm now using the All Dance headphones, which I went to. I love the Apple headphones, which are really good for noise canceling, keep more noise out for sure, but they keep too much noise out, so I wanted to have some ambient noise getting in so I could hear cars and whatnot. All the Dance work good for that, and I do hear the beep from the phone when it comes up. I've now used it in conjunction with my GPS. I can look down and see where the cars are. The problem being with wind noise and whatnot, with these particular headphones, you can miss the notification from the phone because it gets pretty loud. So a workaround I just started using is use the watch as well. I don't look at the watch because it's too small to see where cars are, but it gives me a bit of a buzz. So if I miss it on my headphones, it gets a buzz on my wrist. Then I go through my usual routine. I go to my mirror first. Oh, there's a little beep of a car coming right now. I'll show you. So is the bike radar worth it? After using for several years, and you've seen how I've evolved the use of it, I think it's become a practical tool that you can use to increase your bike safety. I think anything you can do to increase your safety is worthwhile. Now, if all you're doing are trails like this or mountain biking, it probably just ends up being an expensive taillight. Or if you're in the city constantly, where cars are constantly bombarding you, it becomes a bit redundant because you don't pay attention to it anymore. But in my case, I do like 50-50 road and trail and connect a lot. So I am around, vehicles quite a bit. Will it negate poor driving habits, poor infrastructure? Of course not. You still should use your common sense and, use high visibility gear. Good lights, use a mirror to check your surroundings, but in conjunction with the radar, it certainly does increase your safety. So I'm giving it a thumbs up. I hope this was helpful. If you found it helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you'll get more content like this.